wasn't really as bad as I think it was. Coming from the 80s, born in the 70s, 1978, the 80s was something really US. Totally, everything I could think of was all about the funk. Everything that I had was the funk. First, the toys that we had were really better than what you see today. All of them are really the funk toys until the beginning of the 90s. And even the video games were really something absolutely funky. Everything was really funky. The shoes that you wear, the friends that you got, and it was simple. The 80s hype was totally, in terms of fashion, the people wore people were really into fashion until the 90s came, where the fashion hype was changed into expensive clothing. And nowadays, in the 2000s, the hype was changed. Not about expensive clothing, but extravagant. But I was kind of confused for a while I was thinking about the 90s. Why everything changed into expensive stuff, expensive clothing. Then I started working after college in the year 2000. I still bought the same stuff, the expensive stuff, knowing that it wasn't really the hype. I wasn't working with people who wear the same clothes. And I was totally out of place. It's totally something that I have to work on. I have to work on something. How to not have lost my money that I earned for those expensive clothing. I still have to wear them, but I have to adapt to it. And I don't want to go out and work wearing the same expensive clothing. Instead, I would turn these into my daily clothes. Here at home, being a star that I am, a dream child, and just, like, live the 90s in my own private manner, and turn the miscellaneous tasteless clothes into probably my work clothing, if I ever have to work, or maybe just for regular outdoor clothing. I don't have to look good when I go out. Yeah, that's the big idea. And it's really a sudden change. It was totally becoming really much of somewhat like I was in college, like being a rock star, like dressing up to becoming a rock star. But instead I'm gonna do it like that way, live the old life in a private manner once again, and never have to work like this. You just have to buy expensive clothing again when I have to. So it's all about becoming myself again in my studio time, where I was into a lot of music bands, or a band that I got, like staying inside my own futuristic cave like studio in my old home, and just doing it right now while I'm not working, while I'm here in my new home, being a star, as I mentioned, like a dream child, dressing up for what I really like nowadays, acting, doing stuff at home, studying, all things I got, everything that I earned, everything that I spent my money from, and becoming perfect in doing things, turning the 90s that I hate into something that I actually have to use wisely and totally enjoy what I'm doing right now as a studio time. And the studio isn't about music or anything, but I'm still doing the music with my turntables and stuff, sampler, guitar that I also bought, expensive one. I'm doing this all for acting and doing it alone, as I did before in my studio when my bandmates left me, my friends left me, everyone got married, and slowly coming back to me, the studio time, being like Batman and everything. Doing this right now, I have to do it like, you know, all audio and video editing, creating media, being a content creator, a solopreneur, being solo and all sounding like sound better. Like just call myself a solopreneur or a creator, being somewhat still the same old me, being like doing it like the eremite shift instead of working out there with people and earning money. Well, for now, I have to stay home. I have to do this because I'm liking it. I'm loving this, what I'm doing. Acting, having my own invented production name. And actually I have two. But anyway, I have all the time to do all these acts. I even dance now. Specifically, the dancing was totally great, a great and fun experience to do. Since I did this in the early 90s in front of the whole batch, it's cool. But I'm doing it better. I'm doing it alone. And I met a lot of people in my my last job, and totally enjoyed everyone around. Till we have to separate each other's ways, and I still see them on social media. But we don't gotta do anything anymore. We just gotta see each other, see them visually. Though I know they're doing their jobs right, doing their lives right. I really want to be with them again. Do I have to do my own thing right now? I have to stay home, be the star child, the dream child actually. Not really a celebrity. So I have to do all the acts as my personal intentions. I gotta be on the 90s mode. Be a rock star. Secretly. Or, I mean, with my passion, be a rock star. And, like, totally just speak out like I was Bob Marley. Like, I'm like Bob Marley being interviewed when I talk. I gotta do all things. Totally not really thinking that this would be something important to others, but it's totally gonna be crap after a while. It has been seen since I keep creating new ones, but it's gotta be a collection. Even if I have so many media already and don't have to go back and review them, though I also have to do it like the 90s thing. I have to still go back and create an update or something. Like it's gonna be a gadget. All these things that I make are gonna be a gadget. Whenever I don't want to create media, I can still reshare it and repost things, no matter what happens in the future. Things will totally emerge from problems and nothing and become a solution. Totally have to enjoy everything. Looks like I got myself drawn to this attention that I have to work on in compliance to what I thought would have been somewhat of the stuff that I've been doing for with stuff that I managed to get from old stuff that are for throwing away or discarded, and I turned them into totally something that I like, which I kind of call like, thought I said that they might have been called like demonstration for somewhat like, I call them the kind of forgot, probably called the anyway, I can't remember what they're called, but totally something. Actually, they're called the Future Funk. Like, I gotta do it like this. Since I couldn't really think of any other thing to do, these stuff that I still like, totally have managed to invent stuff that would come along and support me from what I'm doing with the Future Funk. It's totally like the same old toys that I had when I was in the 80s, when I was a kid, growing up, loving everything. And totally have style for the Future Funk. And I can also turn them into like the Attic with this rosary. Which actually are meant for each other. These things I put on my neck that I totally would look like an addict, and without the Nike stuff that I thought would have, I can also turn it, the rosary, independently to turning me into an addict by reversing it. Still have the same effect. It's still going to be Nike. But I love, actually can still remember what I thought about this. This would have probably turned out to be the I still can't remember anything, but everything is in this shoe bag. And some of them are actually baller IDs. In a very special way, doing it like Bob Marley interviews. I can also look like coming from the 70s when I put the bracelet on the other wrist and just have to, let me double check. Be like this, like an addict.